Hello and welcome to the Emosob Pod. This is the very first episode, and I wanted to make the very first episode tips and tricks for when you are in crisis and you need to CTFO immediately. So let's get right to it. The first tip that I want to present to you is the physiological sigh, as called by Andrew Huberman. This breathing exercise has many names. It's been around since pretty much since the dawn of time. It's a yogic breath. And what we do is you take a long inhale, like 4 or 5 seconds. You pause at the top, take another small sip of breath, hold it, and then do a very long exhale. And you want to do that 3 to whatever many times it takes until you're calm. Okay? So you having a panic attack, or you are just so angry that you've got tears streaming down your face, or you've just got tears streaming down your face because you're having just a day and you are so overwhelmed with your emotions that you feel like you're about to fly apart at the atomic level. We're going to do this breathing treatment, this breathing exercise, excuse me. So I'm going to do it with you for the first time. And then I want you to practice this anytime and every time. That way, when it comes to a time when you need it, it will jump to the forefront of your brain. You'll be like, I need to do my breathing. And because, as I'm sure you're aware, when we're freaking out is the hardest time to remember stuff. So I'm going to do a big, deep breath. 5 seconds. Little pause. Sip at the top. And a long exhale, ideally twice as long as your inhale. So you're going to want to exhale for a whole 10 seconds if you inhaled for 5. And then you want to do that 2 more times. So a big, deep inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the inhale. Pause at the top. Little sip. Long, slow exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause at the top. Small sip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the exhale. I should have said that at the beginning. So that's 3. Studies have shown, if I recall what Huberman said correctly, studies have shown that doing that breathing exercise 3 times in a row has the same effect as a 5 milligram Valium on the brain. They put the electrodes on a bunch of people and had them try it, and it had the same amount of effect. And it's quicker too. And you don't need a prescription for it. And unless somebody's put you in a gas chamber, God forbid, you can breathe. You have lungs. You have a nose. You have an esophagus to move the air from your nose, from the environment to your nose, up your nose, down your throat, into your lungs. You can exchange oxygen. They can't take that away from you unless the aforementioned, whatever. We're not going to repeat it. It's terrible. Another trick that I want to teach you, something else that you can use to get back in your body when you maybe are having an emotional flashback or just a regular flashback. You are feeling and like you are back wherever it was that the traumatizing event occurred. You have some sort of trauma. We all have trauma. And you are feeling that all over again. I know that I have a lot of things that come unbidden to my mind that really, really upset me. And it helps a lot to get back in my body in the present moment. And so I will look around the room or wherever I'm at and make note of 5 things that I can see. 4 things that I can hear, 3 things that I can touch, 2 things that I can smell, and 1 thing that I can taste. Usually it's whatever it is that I last ate or drank that I can taste. But that helps you get right back in the present moment and be here now. Because all right here, right now is all we really have. Really. That's the full extent of our experience is right now. If you think about it, everything else is just, it's illusion. It's dreams. It's ephemeral. It doesn't actually exist. It used to exist, but it doesn't now. It's not here. Here is here. Now is now. And we'll just ignore the whole, like, everything everywhere all at once that physicists have recently come out with, saying that time is an illusion. Einstein said that too. But sometimes that's a little reassuring as well, because I can think back and remember good times. Right, for instance, right now, right this very moment, I am nursing all 3 of my children. They are here in my arms and safe. In another reality, that is right now. According to physics, that is right now, because everything is right now. But in my experience, in my physical experience that I have right now, my children are not here. And I am not able to keep them safe. And that is exceedingly traumatizing. Women have unalived themselves because of that feeling. And that will not be what will happen to me. But it hurts. It hurts a lot. It hurts a whole lot. So we're going to go over, there's 5 things that I can see. I've got all my books. I got my ponytail plant that in my ponytail palm that I'm rehabbing. I've got my stool that I got from when I was in high school. I've got the tripod and the camera. I can list more things, but we're going to stop at that. We got 4 things that I can, what was it? Smell? No? Hear? I don't remember. We're going to go on because I have complex PTSD, and remembering things is sometimes that's a chore, especially when I'm stressed out or anxious, and making a video makes me a little anxious. We're going to go on. It's okay, because I am also giving myself grace, because I am coming outside of my comfort zone and extending these tips and tricks to you. Not pretending to be perfect, because I'm not, and I will never pretend to be perfect. I am a work in progress, and I will forever be a work in progress. So the other trick that I wanted to teach you is the progressive muscle relaxation. You want to get somewhere safe. So after you've done your breathing, you calm down. If that's not doing the job, actually, you probably start with like grounding yourself and where you are in reality and in time and space. Do that one first. So the 5 things I can see and the 4 things I can touch, hear, smell. Go through all your senses. And then do the breathing, or just do the breathing, whatever. Do them both at once, for all I care. Whatever works for you. Whatever works is what works. And it's fine. Just as long as we're not hurting ourselves and we're not hurting other people, golden. So if those 2 things together or separately have not fixed your overwhelm, your emotional overwhelm, then what we want to do next is we want to go lay down. Go lay down someplace safe and progressively relax your muscles. Your whole body, you're going to just melt into the floor and stay there for a few minutes and breathe. So You're going to start at your feet and work your way up to the top of your head, relaxing everything as you go. Just imagine it melting. You are melting all of this. Your bones are heavy. You're settling into the earth and everything is fine. You just keep repeating to yourself that it will be okay. Everything is fine. You are safe. You are loved. You are cared for. And if nobody else loves you, I love you. Okay? I do. I care about you and I want you to stick around. I think you're pretty cool. So you're going to lay down, you're going to relax everything all the way up. You can get as detailed and granular as you want, or you can be very general with it. Oh, I'm relaxing my feet. I'm relaxing my calves. I'm relaxing my thighs. Or you can go through and big toe, second toe, etc., so forth. However you want to do it, whatever the situation calls for. Do not do the progressive muscle relaxation while driving or operating large machinery. That should go without saying, but I'm saying it anyway because if I didn't say it, then I wouldn't be doing my job. That's what I used to tell my kids when I'd be like, hey, be careful. And they'd be like, yeah, Mom, we know. Well, if I don't say it, then I'm not doing my job. I need to remind you always to be careful because if I don't, as soon as I don't remind you, that's when something's going to go wrong. That's when you'll forget. So, and I didn't mean it like that. Like, but okay. Whew. Calm down, Tracy. It'll be okay. So these tricks have helped me quite a lot when I'm overwhelmed. Now, maintenance things that I have found are exceedingly important for maintaining emotional regulation and just chill are staying hydrated, staying fed, keep an adequate caloric intake, whatever it is that you need in order to fuel your body for the things that you are doing. Take in enough calories to fuel that. Make sure you're eating okay. Because when you're not eating okay, your emotions go completely bonkers. If you are a menstruating human, try to take note of when your cycles are coming because that can have a great influence on your emotional regulation. I know that I have issues with that sometimes, and I have to stop myself and be like, wait a minute, why am I so stinking grumpy? And I'll look at my tracker app and be like, oh, that's why. It's always 3 or 4 days before I start, and then I feel better. And it's weird, but it's good to know that it's not just I'm crazy. P.S. Crazy is a very general and unscientific term and should never be applied to anything other than politics. It's not a diagnosis, okay? Don't let anybody label you as crazy. Because if you were living their lives, you would be doing exactly as they are. And if they had lived your whole life as you, they would be doing exactly as you are. So don't let anybody try and say, oh, you don't make any sense. You're crazy. Dude, you make sense to you, just like they make sense to them. Everybody's their own main character in their own story. And it's okay. We'll all figure it out eventually. We will. Another thing that helps me with maintaining my emotional regulation is yoga, regular exercise. You can find ways to stay active and to keep your body active. Try to do that earlier in the day. Get sunshine during the day. That helps a tremendous lot for staying happy and regulated. Now, I'm sure there are tons of other ideas and tips and tricks you can Google. You can get on the ChatGPT or Gemini and ask the AI, hey, what are some things that I can do to stay emotionally regulated? And it will give you a laundry list of suggestions. Take what works, discard the rest, but stay chill, calm down. It's all going to be okay. We don't need to yell. We never need to yell. Unless somebody's running out into traffic and they don't realize it, we don't need to yell. Okay? There's never a need. We can be calm. We can be rational. We can have conversations that are respectful and chill. And we don't need to get all worked up. If you feel yourself getting worked up, you can use these tricks, the breathing, the grounding, the progressive muscle relaxation, in order to get ourselves back into a spot where we won't say or do things that we regret. All right? I love you. I think you're fantastic. And I think that together, we're going to make a lot of good, growing moves. Okay? Moving forward, if you just came here for tricks and tips, awesome. You can click off now. If you are here for the long haul with the Emo Sob Pod, please stick around. I want to tell you a little bit about what I have planned. I intend to interview people who have been through some things and might have other ideas. You might resonate with their stories. I intend to go more in depth on tips and tricks and solutions and things that we can use in the moment and when we're calm in order to help us to maintain our emotional regulation and our emotional sobriety. I intend to, there's other things I intend to do also, but my brain farted and because I'm tired and I've worked already like several hours and a lot of hours in a lot of days in a row and a lot of hours because custody lawyers are not free. If you would like to stick around, I would love your subscription and for you to like this video. If you're not going to stick around, I hope that you have a nice life and that you maintain your emotional sobriety. And you find methods that help you wherever you are in life. And just know that I love you. I think you're fantastic. And I look forward to growing with you. And until next time, peace out. Now, that's a good one.